Justice League Dark. It's the newest animated film from DC. Is it any good? Let's find out. Hey, what's up, you guys? Film Fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review Justice League Dark. So Justice League Dark stars Matt Ryan, Camilla Levington, and Jason Omar, and what this film is about, it's about when supernatural beings are taking over people's bodies to make them think that innocent people are demons, and basically, making chaos. And the Justice League really don't know how to deal with this, because this is supernatural beings and magic and stuff. So what they need is the help of John Constantine, Santana, Deadman, and the Swamp Thing to basically try and stop this supernatural being. So what did I think of Justice League Dark? Now, I will admit, I am aware of who the Justice League Dark are, but I've never really read into them or really look up anything about them, really. All I knew is that some of the members were like John Constantine and Santana. I never really looked up anything about them, but I am aware of who they are and where, they are in the DC Comics universe. So, and I will say that Justice League Dark is another enjoyable DC animated film. I enjoy these movies. I really do. DC, honestly, I think DC is way better at their animated films than they are their live action films, it seems like they've got the groundwork done with their animated films, the most. And they really do show that. And this is another example of that. I think Justice League Dark is a very solid and enjoyable, DC animated film. And I'm not giving, slack to live action films or anything, but I really do think the animated films are great. They seriously are. And this is another good example of that. So, yeah. So, let's get into my positives with Justice League Dark. And my positives are, first being, I thought the voice acting was really solid in this. I thought everyone did a really good job. So, yeah, the voice acting was really good. First being Matt Ryan as John Constantine. They got him back to play the character again, which is great. Can we just get Matt Ryan to play John Constantine for the rest of his life? Because this guy was really born to play this character, He played him in the live-action series, he played him on an episode of Arrows, and he's now played him in an animated film. So, it's great to see him come back and play this character so much, because he's legitimately perfect for this character. And I just love John Constantine in this, and Matt Ryan, of course, does another great job as the character. Camilla Levington as Santana, she was great too. I very much enjoyed her as well. Jason Omar is a really solid Batman. He's been proving that in these Justice League animated films and in these Batman animated films. He's been really proving that, and he does such a solid job. And he was very enjoyable in this, so I thought he did a good job as well. The rest of the voice acting is great too. Like, the guy who plays Deadman was awesome. I enjoyed him. Jerry O'Connell and Rosario Dawson come back to play their respective characters. Jerry O'Connell as Superman, and Rosario Dawson as Wonder Woman. They come back to play those characters again. They're not in it that much, but when they're there, it's awesome to see them. So yeah. The animation was really solid in this. I did think the animation was really solid. For the most part, it actually was really solid. I did think it had some pretty good animation to it. I did like the animation in this. I like seeing the chemistry between all of the, Justice League Dark members. Constantine doesn't want to be a team player, because he doesn't go by those rules of being a team player. So, it was great seeing that. And, him and Santana have a history together, and that was great seeing as well. So, yeah, just the back and forth with the teammates and stuff was great too. And especially how Deadman would interact with these characters too was great. So, yeah. The writing was really solid too. I thought the movie had some really solid writing. Oh, I forgot to mention this. The movie had some really cool action scenes too. There are some cool action scenes in this film, especially one where we go back into a flashback. That one was really cool and probably my favorite in the entire movie. So yeah. Back to the writing. The writing was really solid in the movie too. The directing wasn't too bad either. I thought the directing was solid with this film as well. And the pacing. This movie's only an hour and 15 minutes, and it moves, at what a movie that is at that running time needs to move at. It gets what it needs to get done, and it never really feels slow or rushed. So yeah, it moves at a very nice, natural pace. So yeah. Now, the negatives I do have with Justice League Dark are first being, some of the animation doesn't really look that great. There are some points where the animation doesn't look good. Like, just some moments. There are some characters that, like, don't look as great. Like, I think, John Constantine's buddy that, like, he has, like, this curse with this inner demon inside of him. He didn't really look that great, to be honest. I was like, you know, some of the animation didn't look as great as it could have been, you know, like it is in other DC animated films. So yeah, the animation at times wasn't necessarily the best. Next being, they do the whole Fade to Black thing, like they do in, I don't know why they've been doing this since, like, Batman Bad Blood, the whole Fade to Black thing. I just don't like it. Wherever they would cut to a next scene or something, they do the whole Fade to Black thing, which I kind of hate. It's kind of annoying, so yeah. And lastly being Batman himself. Now, Batman was cool in the movie. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Batman. But I feel like Batman was just to be there because, you know, he's Batman. He's the most popular character in DC, so let's just put him in there. You know, it was like, why can't we just have a movie where it's just the Justice League Dark themselves? You don't have to include Batman. You know what I mean? I get it, he's the one that has to bring them all together, but that could have just been it. He could have just brought them all together and then let the Justice League Dark take it on their own with their own movie. But no, we gotta include Batman because, you know, he's the most popular character in DC, and that's all I felt like he was supposed to be in there. I mean, he's on the front of the cover, and he's not even the main part of the Justice League Dark. You know what I mean? So, from what I know, I don't know if he's actually a part of it. Like I said, I never really looked into the team, but, you know, it's not Batman Dark, it's Justice League Dark, so I just don't really get it. I didn't really like that. I was just like, I mean, I still like Batman in the movie, but I felt like he kind of really didn't need to be there. I think we could have just had our own movie with the Justice League Dark and not really have Batman be involved with it. So yeah. But overall, I still really enjoyed Justice League Dark. It's a very enjoyable DC animated film. I definitely very much enjoyed it. So it's time for my official grade on Justice League Dark, and my official grade on Justice League Dark is a B+. Very enjoyable movie. I really liked it. You know, if you're a fan of these DC animated films, I definitely say check it out. It's very enjoyable. Had a good time with it. So definitely gets a B+. So what did you guys think of Justice League Dark? Leave in the comment section below. I'm WWE-Fan0599, and we will see you all later. Peace. Wait, did I say the film fan 0599? Still need to get that. Okay, peace.